Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 3 of, well, I guess it's a Let's Play series now, because now it's episode 3. Yippee! Um, Hopefully by now you have also seen the second episode. I just uploaded the first episode the morning um, the morning of recording this. So for me, right now, it's Monday, and hopefully when this video gets out to you guys, it'll be Friday. Um, yeah, I meant to record this right after episode 2, but unfortunately, uh, I'd realized just after recording episode 2, I looked back at the footage for the first episode and noticed how choppy and laggy the recording looks. So hopefully I fixed it now. There might still be a bit of choppiness, but from now on it should be at least a little bit better in terms of frame rates. It won't look like you're watching an image slideshow anymore, which is great, I think. I'm just absentmindedly cutting the grass wherever I can find grass, just so I can acquire some seeds, so I can get a more consistent more consistent food source with my farm. For this episode, I just wanted to really just wanted to talk in response to how you guys responded to my first video, not my last video, because you guys haven't watched it yet, or you have, but I haven't uploaded it yet at the time of releasing this one. You know what you know what I mean. Basically, I wanted to say thank you so much to all of you for all the love and support you have shown the last video. I really appreciate it. I especially appreciated reading a lot of your guys' comments. I'm very glad I am able to fill that sort of niche for you that has been missing in the current Minecraft landscape, I think. I think one of the comments or one of the feedback responses I got from someone mentioned something along the lines of modern Minecraft YouTubers sort of just screaming into the mic every like 5 minutes or so. I will try my best not to do that. And if I do, hopefully it's for a very warranted reason and not just because I'm being a bit of a butthead. And I'm also gonna try and keep my swearing. I'm gonna try and be more mindful of how much I swear in these videos. Not because I want to like appeal to a specific like audience. I don't really think my content is very much aimed towards kids, but I do feel I have an obligation to be mindful of how I use my language. So I'm going to try and be more mindful and respectful to some people who don't want to just hear constant explicatives every like 5 minutes. Right now, I'm just gathering more resources. We might build up the house a bit more. While I do find it really funny how in only 2 episodes that's what we have. I do want to at least upgrade the house just a little bit, so it's presentable. It might not be perfect, but it'll at least look a little bit more defined than what it currently looks like. I have no clue I still have no clue exactly what my finalized plans are. I do want to get some spruce wood, throw some of that into our very limited early game block palette, and thankfully there's a snowy mountain right there full of spruce trees, so we will be getting some of that this episode as well. I'm trying to be mindful of my time, which is why I only really record in 20-minute full straightaway segments. Just so you guys get the full like the full experience, you know. Like you can see exactly what I'm doing throughout. The only crazy cuts is if I get interrupted during gameplay and I have to either pause or I don't want to invade the personal privacy of my family, which is why there was like, if you watched episode 2, there's such like a big leap, uh, like cut wise, because my little sister actually entered the room and she very nicely handed me an Amazon package that was meant for me. However, um, she kept saying some weird stuff as people with siblings are aware. Whenever your sibling has the chance to mess with you, they will. Like they just 100% will mess with you. So for those of you familiar with siblings, uh, that's kind of what she did. So I had to sort of cut that part out. I will say I'm very surprised at the amount of people who actually do enjoy this sort of in the background sort of podcast style recording, which is very good news to me, especially because I have had this idea floating around in my mind, and I want to pitch it to you guys. So I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say about it. But I will in the near future. I haven't determined when yet, because I'm still busy with so many other video projects bouncing around in my head. Uh, in the reasonable future, I will be doing a Minecraft podcast style, a podcast recorded in Minecraft, but sort of like what I'm doing now, actually. But the main difference will be is that I'm doing it with other people. And what I mean by this is I will invite my friends, basically anyone in the Minecraft community who's interested in just talking about Minecraft content, like how it's evolved, how it's changed, where do they think it's heading, where do they think their style of content is heading, basically all of that. I want to discuss that with people, and I want to create a space for just open discussion on those sorts of topics. You know, I'm sort of absentmindedly just laying out sort of, I guess, build plan for what I want the actual sort of our starter base. Uh, let's put it like that. What I want our starter base to end up looking like. Um, if the front's right here, hmm, do I actually want it to be expand more in the back? I kind of like that idea. Okay, instead of this, I think it would actually be better to expand the other direction, like directly behind this sort of main. I guess foyer would be the right word for it. Yeah, so we expand here, we expand a little to the left, and then here, actually, we can have the start of a little garden. I know we already have this sort of wheat field, but this will be our own little uh, private little porch area, or backyard, I guess. Although, I guess this entire Minecraft world is my backyard. um, yeah, I guess we can go ahead and do that. Actually, I wanted to add these uh, not oak planks, oak wood, these logs here, to actually give some definition and shape to, not definition and shape, to add a new color to the current palette. Let me go to sleep real quick, actually, just so no baddies spawn. I still haven't come up with my own unique name for what I want to call the mobs. Uh, well, since Christmas is coming pretty soon, maybe like maybe the naughty. No, that doesn't sound right. Maybe not. I'll give it some more thought. I do have a fun, cool idea for what to do in terms of windows, and it's not a entirely unique idea. It's just one I tend to do. I usually do something along the lines of fence gate, fence gate, if I don't want to get glass, and then fence gate, fence gate. And to mix up the palette a little, instead of using something like another birch on birch, maybe we could do spruce on birch or oak on birch. And I think either way, it will blend nicely with the rest of what I'm trying to build. Now, I am not a good Minecrafter in terms of technical understanding of the game, or really like just in general. I think I'm pretty well, what's the word that people my age use? Mid. I'm pretty mid at this sort of thing. Let me go grab my mutton chops. There we go. Let me go grab these blocks too. Let me throw these pork chops in, actually. I have pork chops now. Ooh, fancy schmancy over here. I'm not too keen on my technical or even player versus player abilities, my PvP abilities. I'm pretty mid all around, except for, in my opinion, when it comes to building. I I don't want to toot my own horn, but I've always enjoyed the process of building. Like for me, this is the ultimate sandbox game. Like none other can compare to me. Oh, a donkey. I don't have any leather to take you. Oh well, that's unfortunate. But yeah, no, my skills are very build oriented. So if you give me a build challenge, I'll be able to do it eventually. But I do take a lot of time when it comes to the planning, the designing. I do take my time with it, and that's why I never really progress that far into single player worlds. I progress better, like I progress way better when I'm playing multiplayer, because I have friends that help me out in terms of like getting endgame resources, uh, and I just progress better in those types of environments. But when I play single player, I'm very focused on the early game in terms of what I want, what I want to establish for my house, because I feel like once you get to the end game, that's it. You just have everything at your fingertips. Uh, which is why, for me, being slow and steady with my progression is essential, basically, because I think that's like the core fun of the game. Figuring out how to survive, where to get your food, all that type of stuff. That's where the fun is for me, really. And I think a lot of people would agree with me on that. Um, like in the feedback I saw on my first episode, I saw a lot of people just say, "Yeah, no, I also agree that the early game is really fun. Um, getting to the Nether and End like that quickly, like doing what would take like 2 months of progress in like 1 week, even like not even 2 weeks. Like some people some people are able to do what I do in 2 months in like one Minecraft day, I think. Like, I've seen people get fully geared up in terms of a villager setup. Like, it's crazy, man. But I enjoy the process. I enjoy taking things slow and figuring it out as I go. And that's why I really like this seed I spawned in. You know, I didn't pick it out, I didn't plan it, plan for what I was gonna get. I just found that perfect flat piece of land right there. That's sort of just a peninsula, and it's perfectly like in between these two sort of mountainous uh, areas. And I just thought, wow, that's just where I'm gonna build home. You know, and I think that's the lovely bit about Minecraft. You can find a piece of land, you can find anything and just immediately be like, yes, this is gonna be home for me. This is where I'm gonna live. I think that's just great, you know. So now what we're gonna do, maybe I should do a bit of a coin flip. I don't really have a coin. Maybe I can do eeny meeny miny mo. I'll just put an oak right there and a spruce right there and go eeny meeny miny mo. Catch a tiger by its toe. If it hollers, let it go, 'cause my mother said so. Okay, we're gonna go with oak for the window fences, and then we're gonna go for and then spruce. It's gonna be the trim to the roof. But the thing is, I kind of want this to be taller than just one floor. Um, so we're gonna work on that just a little bit. We're definitely not gonna get any of this like done in this first episode. Just letting you know, or not first episode. This third episode. Ugh, I'm mixing up my times already. Yikes. We're not gonna get this done within the episode, and I think that's okay. We take progression. We take our time with progression because we don't want to rush things. If you rush something, it might not turn out as good as you want it to be. But if you take your time with it, eventually it's gonna be as good as you want it to be. So take your time and don't try and, you know, stress yourself out with making decisions too quickly. It's not a fun experience. Let me tell you, it's it's very draining making like a decision that you think is good at first, but then you later on realize it's not the choice you wanted to make. It's just the choice that seemed right at the time. And you know, there's nothing wrong with going for the choice that seems right at the time. Like even now, I think sometimes I go for the choice that feels right to me, and that's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with deciding that something is right for you at the current moment. What is, I think what is something you should recognize, however, is that even though something is right at the time, it may not always be what you want forever. And understanding that, you know, being able to move past that, I think that's when you can start to grow and change and figure out what you really want. And that's my little lesson for you guys today. Don't don't be afraid to make 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 the wrong choices. Just don't be afraid to mess up, because the way life is, you're guaranteed to mess up a good amount of times. Like not even once, not even twice, not even 3 times. You're gonna mess up a countless number of times, and some people they count how many mistakes they make, and they keep it all gnawing at them in the back of their mind. forever and permanently, and they're just completely like paralyzed by that thought. Uh, but sometimes all you can really do is just accept that you're going to screw up, and that's okay, and that you're not you're not a bad person if you mess up just a little bit. So yeah, we got the floor done today, and I gave you a little inspirational speech at the end right there. I hope that was a pretty decent one. I do like all the fireflies that are flying right now. This might end up being the thumbnail actually to the video because I really like this. This really cute. Um, I'm gonna end this right now, just so the monsters don't spawn. I'll see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Goober Jam, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Much love. Take care.